Hi, this is Nnamdi. Welcome to African Viewpoint. Donald J. Trump has just exposed something that many politicians in Minnesota clearly don't want you to see. The kind of criminal, illegal immigrants that ICE is actively trying to arrest and deport. And let me tell you this, once you watch what Trump revealed, you will seriously wonder how any reasonable person could argue against deporting individuals like this. In fact, in just a moment, I'm going to show you the video. I'm going to show you the video Trump released. And when you see it for yourself, the picture becomes crystal clear. According to Trump, ICE is not going after random families or innocent people trying to live peacefully or peaceful life. What he showed were criminal, illegal immigrants, individuals with serious criminal records, operating right here or right there in Minnesota. Now, here is where things get troubling. Instead of supporting federal law enforcement, Minnesota's leadership, Governor Tim Walz, Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey, are actively making it harder for ICE to do its job. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. Reports suggest that nearly 10,000 illegal immigrants with criminal records are currently residing in Minnesota. These are not minor paperwork. These are not minor paper violations. We are talking about individuals with histories that ICE believes pose real risk to public safety. Yet, what do we see from the governor and the mayor? Not cooperation, not concern for public safety, but encouragement of resistance, disruption, and non-cooperation with ICE. And non-cooperation with ICE operations. And this doesn't happen in a vacuum. Minnesota is already plagued. Listen, Minnesota is already plagued by massive fraud scandals, cases involving hundreds of millions, possibly billions of dollars in taxpayer money, scandals that point directly to failed oversight, weak leadership, and systemic corruption. So, when you combine the massive fraud, weak accountability, and now active resistance to deporting criminal illegal immigrants, what do you have? It paints a very clear picture of leadership failure. Instead of fixing the problems, they are adding salt to the wound, putting ideology above public safety and public politics above the rule of law. At this point, it's better that you see it for yourself. Watch the video Trump released. Pay close attention to the individuals he highlights and the crimes involved. And when we come back, we will wrap this up, because there are some serious questions that need to be asked.
Just some of the more recent ones that we have, and I can show you some of the people. Vicious, many of them murderers. These are all out of Minnesota, just Minnesota. I say, why don't you talk about that more? Because people don't know. Do you want to live with these people? International murder. These are people that are living, they're apprehended and either put in jails in their country from where they came, and the countries respect us, and so they actually put them there. In the old days, they didn't respect our country. Biden wouldn't do this because He let them all in. You know, if you didn't have open border policies of Biden, none of this, all of the things that all of the time that we spend talking about Minnesota and everything else, most of them are coming from out of the country. And it's been caused by a previous administration. Look at this, one after one. Boy, these are rough characters. These are all criminal, illegal aliens that, in many cases, they're murderers, they're drug lords, drug dealers. They're the mentally insane. There's some of them who are brutal killers. They're mentally insane. They're killers, but they're insane. These are just in Minnesota. California, it's worse. In other states, it's worse. No, Minnesota, the crime is incredible. The financial crimes are incredible. And the problem is because of the agitators and insurrectionists, whatever you want, troublemakers, but they're paid agitators and insurrectionists. Nobody talks about.
All right. Now that you have seen that, ask yourself this simple question. Who exactly are Minnesota's leaders protecting? Who exactly are they protecting? And at whose expense? Listen, at whose expense? Who exactly are they protecting? Because if ICE is targeting individuals with criminal records and elected officials are standing in the way, then this is no longer about compassion or immigration reform. This is about lawlessness, political grandstanding, and abandoning everyday citizens who expect their leaders to prioritize safety. No country, I repeat, no country, none, can function if its leaders selectively enforce the law based on ideology. And no state can claim to care about justice while shielding criminals from deportation. Well, now I want to hear from you. Do you think Minnesota's leadership is putting politics ahead of public safety? Should ICE be allowed to do its job without interference? And where do you draw the line? Where do you draw the line between compassion and accountability? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I will really appreciate hearing from you. Let's have a real conversation. If you found this video informative, make sure to like, share, and subscribe so more people can see what is really going on. This is African Viewpoint, and as always, we are here to question the narrative, challenge the hypocrisy, and speak the truth. I will see you in the next one. But until then, stay safe and God bless you. Bye bye.